Hari Om. Welcome back. It's story time again. And today we have an episode from the great Mahabharat because there was a request for that. This is the episode where the great Pandava prince Arjuna meets Lord Shiva himself. As the Pandavas were spending their time in the forest when they were in exile, they were worried about the impending war. And at that time, the great sage Vedavyasa came there. He reassured the Pandavas and told them that they would definitely win because they were on the side of Dharma. He imparted a great mantra to Yudhishthira and told him to practice that because that would assure them great strength and victory. He also told Arjuna to go and seek celestial weapons from the great Devatas. And so Arjuna set out to the Indrakila mountain. When he reached the mountain, all the assembled sages and ascetics who were living in the mountain began wondering who this mighty person was who, though dressed like an ascetic, carried weapons on his body. And so they asked him. When they heard that he was none other than the Pandava prince Arjuna, they welcomed him warmly. And Arjuna began his penance. He survived on only leaves and wild fruits, taken initially once in 3 days and subsequently once in 6 days, then twice a month, and finally only on air for months together. This is known as Vayu Bhakshaka. Lord Shiva was so happy that he decided to come and appear before Arjuna, but not before testing him a bit. So he decided to go in the guise of a hunter or a kirata. Now goddess Uma also wanted to go and witness this, so she decided to go as a hunter woman or a kirati. And all the hordes of Shiva's attendants jumped and said, "We too want to witness this great spectacle." And they went as the Kirata woman. As they reached the place where Arjuna was performing his penance, Mukasura, a demon, came there in the guise of a boar. And as the wild boar started charging in front of them, Shiva, as the Kirata, took aim, for he decided to kill this demon. At the same time, Arjuna's penance was disturbed, and as Arjuna opened his eyes and saw this wild boar, Arjuna too took aim, all set to kill the boar. Now, the arrows flew from both sides, and the demon Mukasur lay dead in no time, coming back in his original form. But there was a disagreement, for all the Kirata women had started jumping in joy, saying that their chief had killed the wild boar. While Arjuna smiled and told the hunter, "Oh hunter, please have a reality check because it is my arrow that downed the boar." Nobody was ready to come to an agreement, and so they decided to have a duel. Two mighty archersmen, Shiva with his bow and arrow on one side, Arjuna on the other. And as arrows started flying, it was no easy battle because both remained unhurt. Arjuna was so perplexed. Who could this hunter be who could withstand the onslaught of the mighty Gandiva? And so, as his quiver started becoming empty, Arjuna threw his bow at the hunter. He decided to imprison the hunter within the bowstrings, but the Kirata just broke the bow into two and stood smiling. Arjuna now took out his sword and just started fighting with the Kirata, but the Kirata as easily broke the sword into two and stood smiling once again. Arjuna was perplexed. He began uprooting trees and started fighting with the Kirata. But though Arjuna himself got injured, there was not a mark of injury on the Kirata or the hunter. Arjuna remembered his Lord now. He knew that the grace of Lord Shiva was needed at this hour, and immediately from the soil prepared a Shivalinga and began offering worship to the Shivalinga. He offered flowers and hymns and clasped his hands together and prayed with all his heart. Suddenly, he felt renewed energy flowing through his body. He felt fresh and rejuvenated and decided that now he would fight with the Kirata and was sure that he would emerge victorious. He turned to look at the Kirata, but what did he see? The flowers that he had offered in worship at the Linga now stood adorning the body of the Kirata. And he realized this was none other than the very Lord to whom he had been praying for so long. And he fell at the feet of the hunter and said, "Forgive me, Lord, I could not recognize you. Please, please grant mercy. Have compassion, O Shiva." And the compassionate Lord, of course, smiled, and not only that, granted Arjuna darshan in his original Swarupa or form. Arjuna was speechless. He could not ask for anything more. Yet Lord Shiva told him, "Ask, what is it that you desire?" Arjuna then asked for the greatest astra, which is the Pashupatastra. Now, Shastras or weapons were something that the Pandavas had in plenty. But Astras are those weapons which have divine powers, which can be called on uttering a specific mantra of that particular deity. They can be called at any time and any object can become an astra. So, Pashupatastra was what Arjuna desired and that is what he got. But with an warning. Lord Shiva said that this had to be used with the greatest care because it could destroy the entire universe if not used wisely. In the future war, it did come to the rescue of Arjuna in his hour of need because that was the way Arjuna could defeat his arch rival Karna. Now Arjuna, having got the most that any devotee can wish for, returned to his brothers, but after a long stay in the Swargalok. For he was offered the hospitality of the heavens by none other than Indra himself. And this spectacle, witnessed by all the Kirata women who were Shiva's attendants and also all the deities like Vayu, Yama, Kubera, Varuna and Indra, became an episode worth remembering by all devotees of Lord Shiva and all lovers of the epic Mahabharata. If you like today's story, do share it with your friends and do keep tuning in week after week on this channel of Story Time. Until we meet again, Hari Om.